Today I want to show you the most famous streets of Tbilisi. We will start at the beginning of Chavchavadze Street, then go through Milikishvili and drive Kostava, and then finally Rustaveli Avenue from the beginning to the end. The end is Liberty Square. Then we will turn and drive almost the same way back. Almost, because in some parts these are one-way roads, so we have to use a bit different way back, but it's almost the same. So if you just want to see half of the video that means you already saw all the streets, but only from one side. Okay, let's start. We start in Vake, at the beginning of Chavchavadze. So where we start now, there are lots of embassies, for example Ukraine, Switzerland, Iran, and then we will go through the main part of Chavchavadze, which is very nice street to go shopping if you have the money, and one of the nicest, or let's say the most expensive quarters where you can live. What's really cool here is that it's the street, almost the entire way that we will drive has bus lanes, which is really cool for the people who live here. Because now we have it 9 AM on a Sunday, so there's almost no traffic. But if you're driving here on let's say Monday to Friday afternoon or evening, this is really horrible. So so it really makes sense to give the buses priority and make them forward quickly. And the idiots who want to use their cars in the city, that will be punished with heavy traffic. So right now we are one idiot of them, but there's almost no traffic because it's Sunday morning. And I wanted to do this video when there's no traffic because I wanted to show you the architecture, the houses, and I could hardly do this if I would be stuck in traffic all the time, and then I would only film other cars, and it would be a bit boring, I think. On the right side here, this is now Vake Park. Vake Park is one of the biggest parks in Tbilisi, I would say. It has been renovated in the last years, so it has a lots of playgrounds, and you can do lots of sport activities like tennis and that stuff. So it's a nice park, and I can recommend it, especially if you have a child. Although there's still stuff that needs to be renovated. So soon these two lanes will turn into only one lane. Well, one lane for cars, one still for buses. So that is one reason why on weekdays the traffic in this street is hardly moving because there are too many cars and not much space. So on the left side there are now access towers, which are the highest towers in at least in Vake. I don't know if it's the highest towers in Tbilisi. Mainly these are flats. There's also a hotel and offices, but yeah, you can rent flats there. Prices are around, depending on the size of the flat, but prices are around $2,000. Yeah, that's what you have. This is not Europe. Somebody is overtaking you, and where he's definitely not allowed to do it, using the bus lanes and crossing two markings. But he's in a hurry. I try not to drive so quick because I want to show you something. So now here's the nicest part, I think, of Chavchavadze, with nice big trees on the right and the left side. And that's really cool because especially in summer and, for example, in August, temperatures here are almost every day, they are higher than 30 degrees Celsius, and sun is burning. Of course, in the sun it's much more than 40-50 degrees, so you are very happy that you have trees and you have shadows when you are walking here. That's really a big pro of the city. I know cities where it's not much green, and Tbilisi in general, it's a green city, and even if they build new housing complexes or renovate streets and so on, they always plant new trees. So this is really a good thing. It will not become a more grey city. It will always stay green. Yeah, on the right and the left you see a lot of shops, especially on the right side. You see now it's very frequented in the afternoon by people who are just walking around, or go shopping, go into cafes and restaurants and simply enjoy the city life. Right now it's too early. There are not many people walking around. On the left side there is now the university. You will probably see it better on the way back because I think the camera is now hardly catching it. Now we are leaving Chavchavadze Avenue already and just going straight. I mean, it looks like it's always the same street, but name's changing. So now it's Melikishvili Street, and we are now not in Vake, in the Vake quarter of Tbilisi anymore. This is Vera. Vera is a bit older, and you will not find so many high buildings anymore, and I would say it's not as hip and cool as Vake, but prices are not less for flats because it's very much in the center. So we were coming from Vake and driving to the very center of Tbilisi, and Vera is right in the middle of the center and Vake, so it's also very popular. But you see, it's a lot of older buildings here. I hope you see it. And some are from Soviet times, but they've been built nice, because this was also the prestige street of Soviet time Tbilisi. But many houses, especially on the left, you will see it when we turn, or now on the right, they've been built in the time before the Soviet Union, so they are more than 100 years old. Now you see a typical, I hope that's true, it looks like Soviet architecture, prestigious Soviet architecture, which you will only find in the best streets of each big Soviet city. Okay, we are now not, well, we were on Kostova Street. We were leaving Melikishvili Street, going on Kostova Street, and now we are entering Rustaveli Avenue, which is one of the most popular, I would say, together with Chavchavadze Avenue. Rustaveli is more popular with tourists, because you will find more nice houses and also all this cultural stuff, many theaters and more restaurants with focus on tourists. You will find them here. There are many hotels, expensive hotels also. So this street is very popular with tourists, but also with locals who like to walk here, because also you see there is much green where you can stay when it's very hot and walk when it's very hot. And on the right side there was a parliament. And now on the right side there is Galleria shopping mall and Liberty Square metro station. And now you see in front of us it's Liberty Square, which is, I would say, which is the exact center of the city, and it's also the connection between the old town and the main city departments where we came from, like Vake and Vera. So when we would continue driving there, we could go into the old town. But we are not doing that now. We drive backwards. We are at Rustaveli Avenue again. And now you see the other side of the street. So on the right side there was the National Museum. In front of us, the skyscraper, it's a Biltmore hotel. I wouldn't recommend it. It has 5 stars, but what I read, I wasn't never there, but what I read, it's not like everybody is happy. So yeah, you get 5 stars, you can tell everybody you slept in a 5-star hotel and spent $500 a night, but it's not worth it. It has been built by some Arabian guy, and yeah. So it was prestige for him to build it. It's the only skyscraper in the city center, or in Sminder quarter. This part of the city is called Sminder, and yeah. So here on the right side is the entrance. Right behind it's the casino, which is also expensive. You cannot play there for when you only want to spend $2 or $5. You have to go there with a bit more. Otherwise, you can't participate there on roulette or whatever they play. So now you see we have to drive a bit differently. This is the square of the Republic, and because when we were driving in the other side, we were going straight from Chavchavadze Street to Rustaveli. We couldn't do it now because the traffic has to go through the square if you go in this direction, because yeah, in Tbilisi they like one-way streets. So now we are on Chavchavadze Street again. In front of us you see the Philharmonia. Almost on every weekend there are concerts. And now we continue on Chavchavadze. We didn't came this way on the first time because again this is a one-way street and we have to go here if we want to go back to Chavchavadze. We have been taken down Chavchavadze Street. If we would continue Chavchavadze Street, we would get to Sabotalo, which is another quarter of this town, or another district. I always say quarter, but it's another district. And now we're going upwards again and continue to Vake district again, and soon we will go into Chavchavadze Avenue. So here on the right side you see the university now. So generally here, yeah, let's say everything that you've seen if you want to live here, because these are the most central or the most popular districts of Tbilisi. If you want to live here, I think to rent a flat, prices begin at let's say 700 for not a so big flat and in an older building, but you can also pay up to $3,000 in a month for a new flat in a new and big flat in a new building. But prices have already been fallen. I mean, one year ago prices were even more incredible, and now they've been settled a bit. Especially here on this side of Chavchavadze, on a weekday, Monday to Friday afternoon, or even on the weekend and afternoons and evenings, you would definitely be stuck in traffic, in heavy traffic. And I think, this video, it will probably be finished in 6 minutes. So we were taking one side of this way would have taken us 50 minutes, and if you do that on a evening, you would on a let's say on a Monday evening, you probably need 2 hours for the same way that we just took, and that's a good argument to use the bus, definitely. Because then you would only need 30 minutes, I think, or less than 30 minutes. But you shouldn't be shy to get in touch with other people then, because during the rush hour buses are really packed full of people. So sometimes I see people, or even myself, standing on the bus station and just not getting into buses anymore because they are so full. Let them pass and wait for the next one, which is not a big deal, because buses here really, you see how many buses are even now driving on the bus lane, so you only have to wait 1 or 2 minutes. But yeah, it's not very comfortable to drive with the bus in Tbilisi when many people come or go from or to their work or to university. So in front of us is now again access towers on the right, and you can see them. And in the distance, I don't know how this is called, you see 3 skyscrapers. They look a bit like bottles because they have a shape, a body like bottles, for my taste. So now you see them, but are not yet finished, and I think they are almost finished, but they are not completely finished. You can't rent something there. In general, it's crazy how much they build here. They build so many new skyscrapers, and there are many new projects planned. But yeah, it seems that all these building companies, they have a lack in liquidity, because they always start building new houses, and yeah, after they finished let's say 50% of it, it seems like they sell the flats, or maybe they even sold them before, only in the planning status, and then they don't have money anymore, so they stop building these houses and they start with another project, sell the flats at the new project, and with that money they try to finish the older projects. So yeah, for my taste, this is a really risky investment if you wanna buy one of those flats that are not finished, or that are only, or invest in a project that is only planned, or well, it has been authorized to build, but nothing is standing yet. So it's risky, because you never know when these buildings will be finished, if it will be finished, and if you will ever be able to move in or to rent it, because it can take ages. Yeah, now we are back at the beginning. We had to take some one direction streets again. Now we are back on the beginning of Chavchavadze. In front of us you see another project that is looking like this for almost 5 years, I was told. So yeah, that's how you can spend money, invest in such projects, and if you're lucky, in a couple of years you'll have a flat. But until then, you never know what happens, if it will be finished or not. Okay, so that's the point where we started filming. We are now in this embassy area again, right in front of us. It's a street to leave Tbilisi in the direction of Tbilisi, and yeah, on the right you see the Vake cemetery, and yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video, the end of my first Tbilisi video. I hope you liked it, and I think I will do lots of more videos, because it was fun. See you in the next video.